Good morning. It's a beautiful Friday morning. Here in Charlotte, it's about 87 degrees, and I'm awake and going through some allergies, but that's nothing that we can't fix. I haven't updated in a while, I understand, but it's just been life, living life, figuring it out as much as possible, and I know that we all have that kind of stigma where we think that we're figuring out life to a certain extent. I didn't want to take a lot of time today. I just wanted to give a quick update and a shout out to, you know, the family and everyone that's out there just continuing on their journey in this life that we are blessed to have. And I wanted to drop a little bit of knowledge on you today that basically says to disconnect, rewind, and renew. I'm going to say it again: disconnect, rewind, and renew. What are we disconnecting from? We disconnect to everything that we think is our reality. We disconnect from everything that we think is factual, our feelings, our emotions, our ups, our downs. We disconnect from everything that we think is controlling us. We rewind. Rewind yourself back to a time when it seemed that everything was smooth, melancholy, in a great state of mind, peace, clarity, all of these things. Now, I know this touches on a lot because social media is one thing that does control us, myself as well. I'll be the first to admit it. But we have to come to a point that we rewind our minds back to when none of this stuff that we see with our eyes mattered and everything that we seen with our hearts took precedence. And then when it comes to the point of renewing, of course it's biblical. Renewing your mind. Renewing your mind to a point that basically says anything that comes into my realm, anything that comes into my vernacular perception. I know, big words. Don't mean to do it to you like that. But I'm basically saying renewing yourself on a daily basis to understand that you do have power, you do have a certain level of control over yourself and how you receive things, but not only how you receive it, but how you react to it. Wise brother of mine this morning basically dropped on me that you only have stress because you allow stress. And we go deeper. He said you only have stress because a lot of the stress that you have is created. Blew my mind. Blew my mind. It's something that's been said to me before, but it's real words. We are kings and queens. Our children are prince and princesses. And we have this power deep down inside of us that sometimes is so frightening to our inner being that we suppress it and we just succumb to the other things. We succumb and we break down and we let that control us. So I don't know if you want to join in. If you do, praise God for it. But what my purpose is now, today, and I would speak for future, but we already know that that next day, that next minute, that next breath is not promised. What my purpose is now to live in the now in a way that basically is an example for our next generation. Live in the now that's basically an example even for myself. Be better than what I was, not just yesterday, but be better than what I was even a minute ago. Do I have the solution to that? Do I have the, step-by-step guide? I'll be honest, no. But I know that I serve a God that does have that solution. And the more that I bow to him, the more that I kneel to him, the more that I turn myself over to him, he will teach me, as well as teaching everyone, all of us. We're all in this race together. We've all been blessed with this same life with different circumstances, different entities, different situations. But there is no way, no how that we can give the excuse that we are just accepting or we're just prisoners to ourselves. Stand up, rise up, speak from your mind, speak from your heart. Sometimes this has to close, these have to open, and these have to stay wide open. Because everything that we're seeing, social media, out in the world, even in your own situations, everything that we're seeing is not by mistake. And because it's not by mistake, we do have the power to succumb to God, bow to his word, and he has already given the solution. We just need to catch up. I want you to have a blessed day. I want you to have a blessed weekend coming. Whatever that may be happening, whatever may be going on, give it to him. Give it to him. Give it over in a way that it basically says you gave it to him and you forgot about it. Once we do that, once we go back to plan A instead of peeing on plan Z, that's when we have not happiness, because happiness is temporary, but that's when we realize the joy that we have been freely given in all of our lives. Y'all have a blessed day.